There aren't a lot of things in the news anymore that make me say, what the f? But friends, this is one of them. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel where I apparently now swear in the first 10 seconds. Thank you, 2024. I have reported on Manuel Oliver, one of the Parkland parents, many times on this channel. He's behind such initiatives as the deepfake AI phone calls of victims' voices being used to harass Congress and NRA members, and the group that funded the study to determine if gun owners really do have tiny little peepees. Spoiler alert, they don't, and in case you missed that video, I will link it up here. I highly recommend it just based on the number of times that I had to censor out the word penis in audio and on screen. Thank you, Manuel Oliver, for bringing me that opportunity. Now, before I tell you all about this newest crazy installment in the gun control world, this video is brought to you with the help of Blackout Coffee Company. Blackout is your friendly, family-owned roaster based out of sunny Florida, though Florida may or may not be that sunny today. That was built on traditional values and the love of the Second Amendment. Every purchase through my link helps support my channel, and every purchase of one of their partner roasts is a way to get a great cup of coffee and donate directly to groups like GOA and FPC. So to get a great cup of coffee, tea, or hot chocolate that you can be proud of, go to blackoutcoffee.com/libertydoll. Whew, now moving away from the talk of eggplant. Manuel Oliver and his wife Patricia are at it again, this time with a video game called The Final Exam, which is horrifying, and in which the player has to survive a school shooting. And for part of that survival, players need to educate themselves with hidden information about gun control and collect 5 gun control bills to bring to Congress before they are allowed to escape the building. It's something else. The bills that players have to collect to bring to lawmakers and make change are an assault weapons ban, a magazine ban, universal background checks, raising the minimum age to purchase a gun to 21, and a secure storage law known as Ethan's Law, a bill which requires gun owners to keep all of their guns locked up at all times if there is a minor in the home, and sets stiff penalties if they are found doing otherwise, including fines and prison. And of course, it is a good idea to make sure that minors don't have unsupervised access to guns. But $500 fines and jail time for not having your guns in a safe at all times isn't it. Now, of course, California has all of these laws and more, and yet according to the FBI, they led the nation in active shooter incidents in both 2021 and 2023. Imagine that. Many challenges in the game include hiding, barricading yourself in classrooms, racing a clock to escape certain locations, and trying to quiet your breathing so as to not bring attention to yourself. CBS 12 reports that the Olivers have created the game through one of their probably half-dozen gun control and gun reform companies, this one called Energy BBDO. According to CBS, the press release stated the game was based on real data from school shootings, and every detail from the escape timeframe to the drills, sounds, alarms, messages on the wall, and objects left behind were recreated to provide an immersive and sobering experience. Among these details is the sound of gunfire, including full auto mag dumping and heavy breathing. Oliver told CBS that the game is aimed towards kids K through 12. So ages 5 to 18. Now, I watched a playthrough, and it is a full-on horror game, not suitable for children at all. And the playthrough didn't show what happens if you don't collect all the bills in time and escape in the time limit, but based on the random items throughout the game that continually tell players that they are about to become a statistic, I can guess. But when you do collect the bills, it does end with the shooter chasing you down a hallway and shooting at you while the screen flashes bright red, telling you to run for your life. And of course, as an aside, the shooter is 100% wearing tactical combat boots, and that is the only part of him, because we know it's probably him, they show. And as a bonus, every time that you collect a bill, a new round of gunfire rings out with screaming, telling the player that the time it takes to collect or pass the bills is more time spent letting people die. It's very morbid. But, of course, that is the point. The presser also said the final exam is based on a harsh reality for many young people in the US. Via gamification, our goal was to challenge gamers and present something that really highlights the horrors of gun violence, especially in schools, and to inspire young audiences to enact change on the subject, especially during an election year. Oliver spoke to his local CBS 4 Miami and told them that his life, as a parent who has lost a child, was not the fault of video games like this one, or even the Parkland shooter. His life is the result of politicians not doing anything and not passing the laws he presents in his video game. I understand wanting to place the blame, but I do have some problems with that. Some of the other Parkland parents have spoken out against the game, but only in that they say it should be given to legislators to play because they think if it's given to the intended audiences of kindergartners through high schoolers, it will make children afraid to go to school. And yet everyone just keeps sending their children to these gun-free zone learning institutions where the government is expected to take care of their children and fail catastrophically on pretty much every level. Just another argument for homeschooling. Anyways, that is it for this video. The playthrough actually kind of reminded me of like a really morbid school shooting version of like the Stanley Parable or something. It's really quite strange. Do not recommend. Anyways, that's it for this video. You guys know the drill for all of the algorithm things for the YouTube powers that be, especially because this video has naughty words in it. So do the things. And as always, thanks for tuning in and happy shooting.